The college football experience, Maryland Terrapins 2025 season preview episode on a Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Get up to $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at UnderdogFantasy.com with the promo code TCESGPN. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
Hey, everybody. Joe Theismann here. You're listening to SGPN. So do this. Let it ride.
Yes. Woo! Welcome to the college football experience. Maryland Terrapins 2025 season preview episode. Oh boy. My mom's alma mater. All right, let's go. Let's talk Terp football, because I this is one of the biggest head scratching programs I find in America. YouTube.com/the college experience. Break down all 136 college football teams with a solo episode for each and every team in the land. Yeah, this is one where I know they recently had 2 8-win seasons, not last year, but the previous years, but those were kind of phony 8-win seasons when I like, which really look at it, in my opinion. I think this team should be better. I think this program should be better. I grew up right in this area, went to Maryland basketball camps every year. And I'm excited to talk about this upcoming season, because I think it's a big year for one Mike Loxley with the new athletic director coming there. We're going to talk all about it. We'll go through the schedule, the roster, and everything. But if you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, that's fair. My name is Colby Swigga, Database Dad, aka Pick Don D. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I'm probably drinking too much and celebrating too much and not sleeping. Would have killed a normal man, but no, that's gone. The medical advice I got from that was like being hit by lightning. Pretend it never happened and get on with your life.
I mean, I just, we got a lot to talk about here, man. A lot to talk about with these Terps. I still an ACC team to me, by the way. I am joined by my co-host, who is also the host of the college basketball experience with myself. And when the basketball season goes live, we are live every single night of the entire season, covering every game of the entire season. And we do the same with football. So youtube.com/the college experience. Hit that like and subscribe button. Give it up for Farmer Stafford. At Austin Peay with the Governors, at South Carolina with the Gamecocks, and at West Virginia with the Mountaineers. Ryan McIntyre, aka Money Mac. How are you, buddy?
What's up, man? Yes, let's talk some Terps, the DMV. Coach Loxley.
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight. I mean, we probably have this conversation in studio or between, whether it's myself, you, Patty, CNC, Nick, whatever. I mean, Sean, Ryan, like CJ, the bet detective. I get disappointed about what could be. Like, you see the basketball crowd, and people say it's a basketball school. In my opinion, the basketball crowd just gives you proof that you could be very, very successful at Maryland. But for whatever reason, I feel like this program shoots itself in the foot constantly, right? I mean, you can go back to fucking Bear Bryant was here and they let him go to Kentucky, right? Bobby Ross was building this thing up, I mean, I know Jerry Claiborne had great years, but Bobby Ross, he leaves after 1986, he wins a national championship at Georgia Tech in the next 4 years, right? That could have been them. And Ralph Friedgen, absolutely killing it. Got rid of him after a 9-win season. What? I mean, this guy went to Orange Bowls and Gator Bowls and Peach Bowls. You haven't sniffed anything since. Loxley. Okay. He brought in better talent than the previous coaches. I'll give him that. And I'll start the slideshow. YouTube.com/thecollegeexperience. He's 35 and 67 as a head coach. Now he did have 2022 and 2023 as 8-win seasons, and last season was a 4-win season. But in my opinion, and I know Coach probably won't like me saying this, but look, we got to do our job here. All right, those teams, they beat nobody. That's what's crazy. I should have pulled up the record against teams with a winning record. It's some crazy record. Like he's beaten every time he's gone up against teams that are actually good, they get destroyed. Right? I mean, I think the USC actually last season he probably got his best win against a rank or like a winning team in conference with the USC win where they stormed. Honestly, go through it and find me. I mean, it's to me deceiving when you see 2 8-win seasons because you're like, okay, okay, they won the bowl games, I guess. I'll give them credit for beating an Auburn team where everyone probably transferred and NC State. But I just don't put a lot of weight into their wins. So I'm assuming he's on the hot seat. And another thing is the talent there. I've been waiting my whole life. This isn't even a Loxley thing because Loxley brought in more talent than Randy Edsall or DJ Durkin or Matt Canada, any of those guys, right? I believe he brought in more talent, but he still is not a great coach. So they get destroyed anytime they go up against a team as talented or not even as talented. Like Iowa fucks them up every time they play. and it's so frustrating as someone that grew up in the area that wants Maryland to be good. And you look at this, that people say it's a pro town. I'm like, dude, I see Maryland basketball, right? I see the way they support the Redskins and actually what better time over the past 30 years to come up because Redskin fans are all divided, right? I see the way they support the Ravens. Winning would change everything. And there's so much local talent. Caleb Williams was right down the road. Jordan Addison was right down the road. I mean, we can go on and on and on. Like Blake Corum was right down the road. Marshawn Lloyd, Ibrahim, the running back from Minnesota, Chase Young, Breesy, the defensive lineman from Clemson, Nakai Hill Green, Nick Harbor, Jordan Addison. We could go on and on and on. And I've been waiting my entire life for a coach to come in and capitalize on the DMV talent. And it really hasn't happened. I guess Bobby Ross, you could say in the 80s, but I was like a 3-year-old, right? Where are you at with coach? And I still say this is a sleeping giant. How about you?
Yeah, so Loxley is good in bowl games. That's for sure. He's 3-0 in his bowl games, but when you really dig into his records, yeah, he's got the 3 winning seasons with those bowl wins. They never had a winning record in the Big Ten. He's headed into year number 7 at Maryland. They've never had a winning record in the Big Ten any of those seasons. 4-5 is his best Big Ten finish. So it goes back to your point. They win their bye games. A little bit like Kentucky to a certain degree. And they don't beat anybody that's above them. USC is probably his best win. And then maybe like a Michigan State is probably his second best win.
Dude, Northwestern beat him by 27 points last year in College Park.
Yeah, that was an all-time low. It's just he's 16-40 in Big Ten games in his 6 years.
Well, and they don't normally do a P5 in the non-con, or if it is, it's like Virginia. But in most years, I feel like they've dodged that. But
it's just it hasn't been good enough, and I'm kind of surprised that he's lasted to year number 7. It seems like he does just enough, but I would think he's got to get back to a bowl game here to get another year.
It's just, I mean, it's not even my problem, isn't even with Loxley. It's just with the whole program. It's like every time you have someone that can do this, like Friedrin was building this blueprint, and they're just like, no, 9-win season, let's can them.
Well, and they lost their identity. I know it was more they lost their identity in basketball when they went from the ACC to the Big Ten, but in football too. Like they had some good rivalries, like you said, with Virginia. Some good games with NC State, North Carolina, Florida
West
State.
Virginia, shit, back in the day, West Virginia too. Shout out to Carlton in the chat. The isn't that called the Crab Classic? I think something like that, the Capital Crab Classic or some shit like that. He's saying Maryland Navy rivalry should be back. I agree. I mean, I don't understand why they don't do that. That to me, I think that should be one of your non-con games at least like every other year. You know what I mean, or every couple of years. I wouldn't even mind if they made it mandatory. It's disappointing though, man, just because it's like you see, I watch all these other schools just load up on like Penn State's half their rosters like from Maryland.
Yep.
I was talking to Pat Narduzzi at ACC Media Days about where he likes to recruit, and he was like, well, the obvious is like Georgia and stuff, but he's like the hidden talent is in the DMV area, right? And he's like, we attack the DMV area pretty heavily. And it's like, no wonder why. You see Pitt putting pros, you see Penn State putting all these pros. And not only that, like Travion Henderson is from Virginia. Like all that area, if you haven't been, folks, you can drive it, Beltway traffic's a bitch, but I'm saying like there's so much talent within all of that area. Even like at Maryland, you should be able to get Penn State and Jersey guys too, mixed in with Virginia, DC, and Maryland guys. Like it's really like an obvious slam dunk, but they can never dunk it, in my opinion. It's frustrating in a way. Anyway, the offense this year. I do like the hire of Pep Hamilton as offensive coordinator. I like Pep Hamilton. I actually was thinking that he might be Stanford's next head coach because he was at Stanford with Andrew Luck. And I think he's a solid coach. He was not there last year, so he's inheriting the 100th best scoring offense in the nation, 17th best passing offense, 115th best rush defense, starting at the 67th best offense in the nation. They return 3 guys: Octavian Smith at the wide receiver spot, and 2 offensive linemen in Heron and Ba. That's not good. They went to the portal, of course, and brought in Justin Martin from UCLA at the quarterback spot. Now he will not be starting because they're going with Malik Washington, I think it is, a redshirt freshman.
Yep.
They did bring in Jalil Farooq from a wideout from Oklahoma who has had potential. Caleb Webb, also a wide receiver from Tennessee. Jordan Scott, a wideout from Florida State. Tight end Dorian Fleming from Georgia State. Offensive tackle. They always bring in on the offensive line. They got someone from Frostburg State. I feel like the previous year it was a beast. I'm drawing a blank on his name right now, but Carlos Moore from Elon, and then Perry from Central Connecticut State. Unbelievable. I don't know if Pep Hamilton can fix this that fast.
Good Lord.
Well, especially because like the thing that's risky with the Pep Hamilton thing is like, I think the guy's a good football coach, but I do believe Mike Loxley's on the hot seat. So it's like you have 1 year to make this thing work. And I just don't know that he can do it in 1 year. Now, maybe he gets another year. They did just hire Buzz Williams, so maybe they want to spread out their money and say, hey, give Loxley another year. He did give us 2 8-win seasons. But Benedict, shout out to Benedict Danto, longtime Maryland fan. Is he a true freshman, Malik? For some reason I thought redshirt freshman, but okay. Even more concerning. But where you at with the offense, man?
Yeah, he is a true freshman. I thought he redshirted last year too. So yeah, I mean, I like Pep Hamilton, but he also has been out of the coaching the last 2 years as well. So there's just a lot of strange moving parts here. Barely anything coming back. New system. I think that the offense kind of may take even a little bit of a step backwards, to be honest, just with the starting a true freshman, new offensive line to pair with that freshman quarterback. And They usually have had talent at the receiver position
or the running backs. Like Anthony McFarland was a beast for them, and then the kid that went to Indiana this past year.
Yeah, they've had pros. They've had guys that have played in the NFL, and I don't know if they have the same level of athletes on this roster this year. I mean, the portal seems a little underwhelming, to be honest.
I think they're starting Nolan Ray at the running back spot. I mean, he recruits decently, so like these guys, it's just a lot. It's in what could be a deciding year. You would like a little bit more continuity. The defensive side of the ball. Ted Monachino comes from the NFL ranks. Where did he come from in the NFL ranks again? What team was it?
Monachino is coming over from. Where's my notes?
I read about it the other day, but I just can't remember right now. But
Bears.
The Bears.
Yeah.
Okay. Look at I mean, sometimes the NFL guys work. I feel like more times than not, it doesn't work in college, but it worked with Colorado bringing in Robert Livingston. So
yeah, he was with Mac Brown the last couple of years down in Carolina.
They were not good defensive teams.
I know. It's just like, and then he was with the Falcons and Bears. Yeah. So this is another puzzling one here.
Yeah. 105th in scoring defense. He inherits this. He was not the DC last year, to his credit. 105th in pass defense, 46th in rush defense, charting at the 80th best defense in the nation. They return safety Jalen Huskey and punter Bryce McPherson. Yeesh. Portal. They went out and attacked the portal, brought in Ian Thomas from St. Francis, Pennsylvania. Cedric Smith from Alabama A&M in the SWAC. Joel Starlings from North Carolina. D.D. Holmes from Florida State and Cam Rice from Ohio. Those are all on the D line. They went out and got a corner, Jamare Glasker from Wake Forest. Cornerback Dontay Joyner from Arkansas State and safety Gavin Edwards from Austin Peay. Your boys. Here's what's tricky. The Big Ten has a ton of shit offenses. So sometimes I think they cook the books. I'm not even saying this for Maryland. I'm saying this like sometimes you'll be looking like you're reading Minnesota stats. You're like, damn, they're number 6 defense in the nation. And then you're looking, you're like, man, they only put like one guy in the NFL over that whole team. And you're like, oh, they just faced Iowa's offense and, Northwestern's offense and Purdue's offense. And that's why they cooked the books, man. They were never that good. So maybe there's room to grow here. Maybe there's room to grow is my point. I'm open to it.
I mean, they do miss Ohio State, Penn State, and Oregon. If you want the glass half full and USC in terms of offenses. So, yeah. But it's just so much unknown. I mean, I like some of the portal gets and some of the guys bringing over from Carolina that have played in the system. But like you said, Carolina wasn't a very good defense either last year. So I'll say around the same.
Yeah.
It's a hard team to sell, man.
Well, we're going to try to sell it. All right. My mother would be upset if I did not. All right. Folks, want to talk more about Maryland Terrapin football. But before we do that, I want to let you know that you are listening to the College Football Experience, part of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. And the Sports Gambling Podcast is back with their 32-team NFL preview series. Yeah, 32 teams, 32 episodes. They're also bringing back the phrase that page. Each episode, they'll give out one word of a 32-word phrase. Submit that phrase for a chance to win $1,000 circa future. What are you doing, folks? The Redskins' name's coming back from what I hear. What are you doing? Go listen to the Redskins preview. Listen to all 32 and make $1,000. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm on the Redskins preview.
Oh, there you go. There you go. You heard Joe Theismann on the intro. Let's go. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Look, Underdog Basketball Mania is happening all summer long, giving away $15 million in prizes, including $2 million to first place. There's no waiver wire, no arguments about trades. Best ball is the best way to play fantasy football, folks. And look, Underdog's a great place to play Pick'em, where you can win up to 500 times the amount of money you enter. So what are you doing? Sign up. And when you do, sign up with the promo code TCESGPN to claim your special Pick Plus first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus credits there. UnderdogFantasy.com promo code TCESGPN. We're also brought to you by MyBookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet on every sport, including all the summer sports. Goddamn Edmonton Eskimos. Had a bunch of money on them. MLB. Love betting MLB every day right now. Horse racing. Lucky Lindy in the 7th. All right. You know it, baby. All right. Golf, tennis, racing. Having a ton of fun even the dog days of summer. My bookie got action for all of that. Shit, you could bet on the dildo color that would be thrown onto the WNBA court. Who doesn't want to get in on that action? Look, MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of different locations as well. And of course, they have college football and NFL futures. You can easily deposit, get lightning fast payouts using crypto. So head on over to mybookie.ag. But when you do, use our promo code TCESGPN for 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply. Of course, that's mybookie.ag. Promo code TCESGPN. All right, we are back. And I have been shitting on Maryland football.
Comments.
I don't.
This one.
I only say that because I care. You know what I mean? Like, I want them to be nasty, and they should be better than what they've been. I think Friedgen was the only guy that actually had them on the path to get to where they should be, and we fired him for what? Fucking, they're lucky they didn't fire him in this day and age, because that was a fat firing in my opinion. That was
discriminatory.
100%. All right. But they had that woman that ended up being the AD at NC State. I forget her name. You know, she just was bothered. She's probably watching him eat a sandwich the whole like at lunch every day, and she'd be like, "Look at this fucking fat fuck eating the sandwich. I can't stand this guy. He's breathing all fucking heavy." Right. I'm going to fire him. I don't care how many wins he gets. I'm going to fire him. You know damn well that's what happened, because the guy's an alum. He wins 9 games and he gets fired. Are you fucking kidding me? You know what I mean? It's like every time I shake his hand, it's all sweaty. It's like a goddamn aqueduct leading to his fucking hand. You know, we're going to fire this guy. Why? Because I don't like the son of a bitch. I got to sit there and stare at him eat his goddamn cold cuts every single day at lunch. And that all they had to do was ignore that and say, well, the guy wins. He wins. But no, doesn't happen.
Why didn't they fire him after the 2-10 season?
I have no idea.
Why did they win? I just think, I'm like, look, and I go, all right, so he went 2-10 the year before. Then he followed it up with a nice bounce back 9-4. Let's fire him now. Like, what?
Yeah. Dude, look at the history of their program. All right. He took them to the Orange Bowl, the Peach Bowl, like in consecutive years.
Unreal.
I mean, they almost deserve misery in a way. You know, he had what, 4, 5, 6, 8-win seasons or better. And only one of those was an 8-win season. The rest were 9. So 5 9-win seasons or better. Unbelievable.
Fucking moron.
Unbelievable. Well, that has to do with state of the program. And yeah, state of the program is your fan base. It is your hires, which have been lackluster. But it's also your stadium. Let's give it up for Bird Stadium here. All right. I know Benedict Dantold's done some Jaeger bombs at Bird Stadium. 75 years young. I like this stadium. I've always liked this stadium. And they used to host the USFL Baltimore Stars, I think it was. I've
been here.
First off, the end zones are fire. When you get the Maryland flag end zones, that's fire. It's just that to me, there's only like 10 end zones that I really care about in college football. Maryland qualifies. All right. I mean,
this game they lost like 50-0 to Iowa on Friday night.
Iowa would pummel them, dude. Those would be. That's how you know the coaching though is not good, is because like Iowa could take a whole team of 3 stars and win by 40 against Maryland. And it's like Maryland's getting 4 stars, and you're just like, or an occasional 5-star. You're just like, wait, Maryland should be way more athletic. They got all these Bama transfers and stuff, and Iowa's sitting over here blocking punts and just whooping their ass. What's it gonna take to get back there? What do you give the stadium? I like the stadium, man. It's a good stadium.
Yeah, it seats 47,000. It's a good one, man. I think I'll give it an 8, man. And like you said, man, when the fridge was there, man, that place was jumping.
Yeah, this shit is way better than FedEx. That FedEx nonsense out of here.
FedEx is awful.
Yeah, this shit is way better.
Remember when Maryland was Texas?
That was great. That was
so random.
I bring that up in every Texas argument I get in. It's like, you guys, they act like they've won so many national championships. You've won like one since fucking integration. And it's like, okay, you won one. All right. You also, you act like you're on this pedestal, and Maryland beat the shit out of you. Went to Maryland took a bad deal too. They went to Austin and won at Austin. And then they didn't even pay him at College Park. They played him at FedEx because they took the cash, and they still whooped their ass.
It was hilarious.
Look at Bird Stadium back in the day. YouTube.com/the college experience. Look, they stormed, man, last year, man. That was fire. Yeah, Bird Stadium. You got to give it up for Bird Stadium. It's a good place. I mean, I'll take this even over FedEx and a bunch of the stadiums. They just got
unbalanced.
They have fans. It is a little unbalanced, but they have good fans, man. That's what I'm saying. Just give them. It's like Benedict Dantle saying in the chat. Can the administration just? Can you get somebody competent? Because like the potential, there's like dynamite just all around the program, and all you just need is one light, but you're sitting over there jerking off, staring at the moon. You know what I mean? Like, come on, give us one light. Great stadium. Get out to Bird Stadium. All right. Even if you got snow too, it's always fantastic. Yeah, get out to Bird Stadium. It's a good stadium, and even if they're not that good, it's still a good time. State of the program, I'm giving it a 4 because I just don't understand it. I think I'm being kind by giving it a 4. What are you doing here?
Nice analysis. I just don't understand it.
Well, it's honestly like one of the bigger head scratchers. Like
there's no identity. There's no identity.
Virginia Tech's been way better than Maryland, but Virginia Tech's in the middle of nowhere. Like Maryland should be an easy sell. You are very close to nightlife. You can have a good I just don't understand it.
I'll give it a 3. I don't think they've ever had a winning record in the Big Ten since joining. I mean, that's pathetic. And the Big Ten hasn't been that good until the last couple of years.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's tough.
No identity in this program.
Let's get to the schedule because maybe another bowl game is looming. Week 1, the Owls of Florida Atlantic. Who are breaking in a new head coach, and Zach Kitley are coming into Bird Stadium. And Mike Locksley is going to look like a genius because he's going to, much like when they whooped UConn's ass last year to start the season, it's going to be similar. 1-0. What are you doing here?
Yep, this would be the run it up game. Maryland's going to score like 60 randomly. The phenom freshman is going to light it up.
Then week 2.
Oh no, not again.
And may the Schwartz be with you. What a world.
Northern Illinois has knocked off Power 5s the past 2 years. Upset all over this one. Freshman quarterback.
Friday night.
Welcome to the Boneyard experience, man. On Friday night too. Perfect. I love them. They're still like, hey man, we're in the Big Ten. We got to schedule teams from around the Big Ten and the non-con. Northern Illinois. Look, I got them losing this. Northern Illinois beat Notre Dame at Notre Dame last year. They beat Georgia Tech at Georgia Tech the year before. What am I missing here?
Awesome college.
Yeah, the Boston College the year before that, like this is a game. I know Northern Illinois is returning or lost a lot on offense. I still think this is a game, and Northern Illinois will show up to this. And by the way, Northern Illinois, the last 2 times they played Maryland, one I was watching on like a Thursday night when they won outright and stormed the field when Maryland, at least Maryland had the cojones to go to DeKalb. But then the return game on that, Maryland won in overtime. So this is going to be a game. Give me Northern Illinois, 1-1.
Yeah, I took Northern Illinois to pull off another Power 5 upset last night when we did the Huskies preview. I like that they get this offense with the game of tape against FAU. So yeah, I'm going the upset here of the bye game wins again. The team being bought knocks them off Friday night on Big Ten Network.
Benedict Dantle saying NIU beat Maryland twice in the past 20 years. That's what I'm saying.
I know this isn't even going to be a shocker.
Week 3, Mike Loxley's alma mater, the Towson Tigers.
This game's on Peacock.
Really?
Yeah, it's a noon game on Peacock.
Are you trying to lose subscribers? We fixed the glitch. Pete Shinnick is their head coach. I know Pete Shinnick because he was an offensive lineman for the Colorado Buffaloes in the and look, they open up. That Thursday night, opening night, they open up against Michael Vick and Norfolk State. I can't wait to watch that game. I'll take Maryland, but my heart's with you, Towson, just because an FCS over an FBS I'll always root for. 2-1. What are you doing here?
I'm just laughing that this game's on Peacock. Yeah, I'll go Maryland to bounce back here against Towson.
Like,
it's so random. Like, what is this TV deal and agreement? What are we
honey,
doing?
we got Peacock so we can watch Towson.
Towson, Maryland. Oh my God.
Yeah, I do want to know the numbers on that game. Because with Peacock, it takes extra effort. Like we have SG, it's a write-off for me. We have all that shit. We have every like platform, but a lot of times I find myself, even with college basketball, if it's on Peacock, it's just tough because you got to leave the app, go to that app, go into that app. Then you don't have many options to change the channel if it's like another game's close.
Can't go multi-screen.
So I find myself more times than not, even when it's a big time, like I know like in college basketball, there were some big games on Peacock. Sometimes I forget about it though. And I'm like, or if I'm saying, okay, that game or this game, I'll choose the one that's more convenient. So shout out to the C-Dub network. 2-1. Then they head to Madison and look, Maryland starting quarterback last year, Billy Edwards is now the starting quarterback at Wisconsin. We did our Wisconsin preview. I took Wisconsin. I don't feel amazing about it. Well, yeah, this will be a loss, though. You're starting a freshman on the road.
Yeah.
I feel much better about this being a loss than when, if you go back and listen to the Wisconsin preview, I thought this was anyone's game. Now I think this is a guaranteed loss. Like, yeah, this is your first ever road start. You're going to fucking Camp Randall, jump around. Good luck.
Well, and Wisconsin has death row after this. They got to get this game. This will be a desperate spot for Wisconsin. So I think Wisconsin rolls.
So 2-2. Then look at Bobby Ross. Bye week. Nice bye week. It's a good time to read an ad. Folks, want to tell you the college football experience is brought to you by Circa Millions and Circa Survivor. Yes, the world's greatest sports book. Circa Las Vegas is hosting the world's biggest pro football contest. Yes, Circa Millions, Circa Survivor, and Circa Grandissimo with over $21 million in guaranteed prizes. You can't call yourself a true DGen if you're not competing in the Circa football contest. Come hang out with SGPN at the Circa contest weekend, August 21st to August 23rd. Myself, Moneyline Mac will be there doing the college football experience live shows for week 0, Farmageddon, and all the other games. And the Sports Gambling Podcast people will be there as well. Live shows, open bars. What am I missing here? Oh, we're going to give you 15% off the stay at Circa with the promo code SGP15. So jump on over there. The contests are open for everyone. Sign up in Nevada. Play from anywhere with the help of SGPN's official proxy. Go to footballcontest.com. Use the promo code SGP to get $50 off those proxy fees. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm continues to crush it with these power trends. These are AI detected patterns, but Rhythm's model has consistently won and has a very high ROI. Think like a strikeout prop that wins 59% of the time when the line and win probability hit a certain range. Power trends are updated daily and exclusive to Rhythm and Rhythm only. No touts, no noise, just clean data back bets, baby. And those MLB power trends are crushing it. A lot of unders on the batter hit props that are collectively hitting at a 70% rate. Fading players is profitable, people. WNBA power trend since All-Star breaker 27-16. That's a 23.36% ROI. They are cooking. Nice little bankroll builder for the football season right around the corner. Download the Rhythm app, check out power trends, and start betting smarter. You know damn well we will be. Get your free 7-day trial period today. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's SportsGamblingPodcast.com/rhythm. All right, we are back, and the chat is informing me that Western Illinois is also on Peacock. This is like you're trying to lose subscribers.
Good. Keep putting them on there.
Yeah.
That fucking bullshit Peacock.
Oh man, Sam, we pay for Peacock because it's a write off for us. So it's just we have a company account with Peacock, but it does. Do I ever use it? Very rarely.
It's horrible.
I think there was like a UCLA Michigan basketball game that I was like, okay, and it was going to be Boise Notre Dame this year, but I feel like I used it a little bit more in football than basketball. All right, out of the bye week. They are hosting the Washington Huskies, who we are very high on. It is a strange game. So there's a chance you get the USC effect, but I am on Washington. I'm sold on their what is he, a sophomore now? No, because he played 1 year at Arizona, right? I don't remember what year he is, but he's a baller. Williams.
Williams. Yeah.
I want to say he's like a redshirt sophomore.
Yeah, because he started with Fish at Arizona.
Yeah. I'm high on Washington this year. I think their team is pretty loaded. I like the Ryan Walters hire, defensive coordinator. I think he'll make that defense pretty good, fast. So, loss. It's a strange game, though. So if you're searching for wins.
They're getting him off the Buckeye game, too. I mean, like, if Washington does win, I will be on Maryland in the point off their bye week. But I'll still take Washington. They'll find a way to win. They just got more firepower.
Yeah. Then after that, so what does that put us at? 2 and 4?
2 and 3.
2 and 3.
That'd be 2 and 4.
Yeah, because Nebraska comes to town. Dylan Raiola. Now, Nebraska would be the type of team over the past 5 years to lose this game.
Yeah.
But I think they're turning a corner. So I am high on Nebraska. I took their over. There will be more Nebraska fans here than Maryland fans, if I had to guess.
100%.
So I will say loss again.
Yeah, they got Rule in year number 1. Rule ain't gonna lose again to Loxley. Yeah, give me Nebraska 2 and 4.
Then
your favorite game,
the worst game of the fucking season. I mean, UCLA fans or UCLA is asking their fans to commute an hour to the stadium, which is the greatest stadium maybe in the history of football. But why do you care to see Maryland? Like, they literally could play Idaho State, and I think that would be more compelling because you probably have some people that go to UCLA that are from Idaho or something. We'd be like, hey, let's go see his, Pocatello's team. This game is, I think, the worst game of the college football season. This and Rutgers plays somebody. This is the dumbest game of the season. I will not watch this game. Tell me this is on Peacock.
It needs to be.
Honestly, like, you could tell me, like, it.
There will be nobody at this game. To Carlton's point, there will be nobody at this game.
I know this because there's just no reason to care. Even from a national point of view where we care about, like, I like to think I care about, like, almost every college football game. Even, like, D2 and D3 games are way more appealing to me than this game. I'll take UCLA, I guess. This is winnable. This is winnable for Maryland.
Yeah, and this may be one of the last games that will be winnable. But we took UCLA. They're going to be desperate too.
I'm going to say this.
Cross country. Fox Noon big kickoff, Sam.
I'm going to say this between this is Big Noon?
No, I said Big Noon. Get it out of the way.
Washington, between Washington, Nebraska, UCLA, Maryland finds a third win. I mean, I don't really feel confident with that.
Those other teams are better.
They are better.
More experienced.
They could beat UCLA though. They could, but it's jumping 2 time zones or whatever is always tricky. But
yeah, none of the teams won out west last year.
I'm just gonna say they're gonna have a third win by now.
I'm not. Loxley lost the locker room last year. He self-admitted that. Why won't he just lose it again?
I mean, you could be right. They could be a 2-win team at this point, but I just think give me a third win. Shout out to Clark in the chat. They do need to go back to that logo. Yeah. They really do. They come out of the game in West or in Pasadena, get another bye. The old Maryland uniforms are fire. And Kurt Cignetti comes to town. This could be an ass whooping because, Cignetti runs it up on these, he does things to impress the pollsters. So their analytics are all jacked up. According to this, Indiana's the best team in the world. What do you do, dude? Cignetti, I actually love him because he reminds me of Ric Flair or something because he talks a lot of shit. And then they're playing, he'll cancel. He talks shit like they're the best. It reminds me of literally like Ric Flair, like when he would back when we were kids. I haven't watched wrestling in a long time, but I'm saying anytime he would face anybody decent, I felt like for a little stretch there. He would talk a lot of shit and then he'd be like, no. He'd run out of the ring and shit. You know what I mean? Signetti's a little bit like that, man. Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll play anybody. We'll beat the shit out of anybody any day. By the way, cancel that Virginia series and put Kennesaw State on there. Right?
Could Maryland get this one?
No. Signetti's going to fuck them up, dude. He runs it up on the shittier Big Ten schools. He runs it up on, which is genius by him because it does fuck up all the analytics, which is great because these nerds rely on these analytics so much. It's great because they cook the books, literally. They cook the books. What was it? What game was it last year? The Nebraska game. They had their starters in 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, up 46 points, right?
At UCLA, he did the same thing too.
Yeah,
at Northwestern.
True dickhead move, but I respect it because we put so much weight into these stupid analytics anyway. So why not do it?
2-6 for me.
3-5. Then they head to Piscataway in a rivalry game. Loss. We already did our. This is the closest rival out of their whole schedule. This is the rivalry game, right? This gotta be.
Yeah. 2-7. But I will say that they have had success against Rutgers. I mean, that's kind of the one team, although they lost to them last year, but they won their last game at Piscataway.
But this is a real environment. That's why I think for the freshman quarterback, the most winnable game is at UCLA because no one will be there.
Yeah.
This will actually be tough. So I will take Rutgers. You're with me?
I'm with you.
Then it's not really a rivalry game, Clark, but it's the closest rival.
And Chiano needs that game. Remember how hard their schedule was? He can't have any hiccups. He ain't losing to Maryland and Piscataway.
Yeah. And then back-to-back aways, they go to Champaign. They're going to lose this too.
They're going to get annihilated in this game. Illinois is going to run for 300 yards in this game.
Yeah. Then Michigan comes to town. They have a freshman quarterback, Bryce Underwood. The Terps are 1-11 all the time against Michigan, so I'm just going to side with history and take Michigan to get this done. Is there a shot that Loxley's fired by this game?
Well, I was going to ask, maybe after that, if they lose the UCLA game and they're 2-5, would they fire him at the bye week, headed into November?
I don't know. I think it's an interesting question because
do they care to fire him?
Well, you just fired. I mean, you just paid Buzz Williams, so it is a new athletic director.
Yeah,
it makes it interesting because some people think, hey, the guy won 2 8-win seasons. The previous, just 2 years ago, 3 years ago. That should buy you another year. But I still felt like I was bringing it up at media days, and I felt like most people thought it was a pivotal year for him. But what the hell does that mean? Yeah, Pep Hamilton, and now that I think Pep Hamilton's a better head coach than I think he'd be a better head coach than Loxley personally. I like Pep Hamilton better, but yeah, loss, and then now here's an interesting one.
I will say Michigan 2 years ago, the 15-0 team almost lost at Maryland. Remember that?
Because they had Ohio State on deck. It's a tricky spot every year, right?
Yeah, so that could be one maybe if they fire Loxley, 1-game bump, shock the world.
This is another horrible game. Shout out to Matt S. who knows this. Michigan State took this game out of Spartan Stadium, and they're playing it at Ford Field. They're so dumb.
Maryland wins this one. 3-9.
I'm taking State, but I still got them 3-9. So I feel pretty confident here on 3-9. How about you?
Yeah, I mean we kind of forced a win on each one. They're underdogs in every game. I don't even think they're close to being favored in any of these.
In conference, you mean? In conference?
Yeah. In conference play.
I'm gonna pull up some odds real quick because now that I think about this, what is their over under on conference wins?
Probably 2.5.
What? That's not possible this year. Is it 2.5? I am loading it up right now. I'm just trying to find it. DK doesn't go alphabetically, so it's like you're just searching through stuff.
Yeah.
Is it 2.5?
I'm looking it up right now.
I'm on the page right now, but I just don't see. Maryland 2.5. The overs plus 175. The unders minus 225.
Yeah. They're not winning more than they're not winning.
I mean, 225. I mean, maybe you can find a flat 2 out there at like FanDuel or something. I don't know.
Or 1.5. They're not winning more.
Yeah. Yeah, I got Michigan State winning this just because I think they're better. But they're so dumb too.
Yeah, I took Maryland. There's gonna be nobody at this game. You took him at UCLA. I'll take him in at Sparty.
Who the fuck in Detroit wants to watch Maryland, Michigan State? This is such a dumb game. Oh man,
Hamilton coaches him up to a win here.
I could see it. The win total is 4.5. What do we have them? 3-9.
Lock.
Okay, I mean, it is a lock, dude. Because, maybe they beat Northern Illinois, but also maybe they lose to UCLA. If I gave them the UCLA game. Yeah, I'll lock this up. This is smash play. Freshman quarterback? Lock. Maryland, under 4.5 wins. This is exactly the problem, Matt. I don't have any. I mean, I want to root for Maryland. Like I said, my mom, my family, a lot of people that I have in my family have been to Maryland. I don't have anything against Maryland personally, is what Matt says. He goes, but they have so many games that I feel like no one cares about. Well, that's part of
the Big Ten.
Yeah, and it's like what bothers me even more is their non-con is FAU, Northern Illinois, and Towson. West Virginia kind of suffered from this a little bit too when they joined the Big 12, specifically the old Big 12, because at least now they have like Cincinnati, which is close. They were like a man without a country in a way. You're like, damn, dude, they're going down to Waco. Like, what do they even care about fucking Baylor? Yeah. You know what I mean? But they would then schedule Virginia Tech, Pitt, and I don't know, so some other local team because it makes more sense.
We played Maryland a couple years. We did a home and home with Maryland too. Yeah.
This is what your fans when they get the schedule, they're going to be like, okay, we got FAU. Northern Illinois. Towson's the only regional one, but I don't think most people know Towson has a football program. And then
it's Loxley's alma mater.
I'm just saying, what is the game? Let's look at this from a bird's eye point of view. By the way, those are the odds to win the Big Ten. And
probably Michigan at home, just because Michigan's a national brand.
Yeah, but it's like there's still no animosity between the two. Like they've played 11 times, and they've both been playing football for 150 years.
Remember when they tried to force Penn State into being a rivalry?
Yeah, that was nonsense. Honestly, you're probably right though that would be the game that they are looking forward to the most. Maybe because they're not hosting Rutgers. Imagine getting the season ticket deal. What do you think it costs for season tickets? Imagine your season ticket package. You open it up. This is last November when the schedules came out or whatever, the Big Ten, I guess, dropped their schedules in like February or something. But imagine being like, okay, we got Florida Atlantic, honey. We got Northern Illinois. We got Towson. We got Washington. We got Nebraska. We got Indiana. And we got Michigan. Michigan's the only one I think you would get excited for.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I'm on the under. I feel pretty good about it. Sorry to shit on Maryland. But yeah, as Cody says, Michigan doesn't care about Maryland. But I just feel like they care about potentially beating it's Michigan. You know what I mean? So
$379 for season tickets. No, thank you.
See, to me though, this is where I understand they're getting the paychecks, but if you're playing Virginia Tech, Pitt, Duke, if you're playing that ACC schedule, I think it just Florida State and stuff. I think because Florida State would be your Michigan game in a way, but the other ones, that regionality would be much more appealing.
Yep.
But yeah, all right, folks. Look, we'll be back in about 15 minutes with Sam Houston State. The Bearcats, who will not be playing at the Bear Claw this year because they're doing renovations. But Moneyline Max on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at TheColBD. I have a nice slideshow to honor the history of Maryland football, which I'm still hoping one day gets their shit together. Till next time, which is in 15 minutes. This is the college football experience, Maryland Terrapins style. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
Mailbox 1. You have 7 votes missing.
1. I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart. My body and soul are nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun. My body and soul are nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo. My body and soul are nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. We're the obsession to be a part of that, started that. Mind over matter don't matter in the market. I've seen much smarter cats have heart attacks, largely because leaders need lambs to be lethargic. Match wits with the half-wit phantom. I don't need jumper cables or mic cords to analyze an analytical anthem. Between my two ears, an engine pumping the life force. Force field for your grip on the grievance. Still gonna feel unchallenged and bored stiff. So arrange the pieces to appear cohesive. All the hard work will go largely ignored if your hands are covered with post-its and paper cuts. You need to have your voice in the vice grip. The one who made it famous ain't the one who made it up. You don't get overtime just for working the night shift. I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart. My body and soul are nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun. My body and soul are nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo. My body and soul are nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. Every time I close my eyes, I'm taken to the same place, a playing field, and every contestant's got the game face. Everybody's yelling, you ought to play it safe. Make sure them shoes are tied and ankles taped. Shake the cobweb, hit the ground running. This is how cunning I can get with the footwork. You're doing it right, well, it shouldn't hurt. Flirt with greatness, still I run the famous. Nice high heels, I got mics for spikes. Trampling the home team and their turf for life. For the few fleet of foot, too fast for me. I fear none, cause I run and ignore the pair of feet by the tree that are fast asleep. In love with the game, you adore the head. I believe in achievement. My soul isn't rewarded just cause it's easy goal and moves toward it. I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart. Mind, body, and soul, and nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun. Mind, body, and soul, and nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo. Mind, body, and soul, and nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. Conspiracy theories, gotta love them clearly. Nothing's more entertaining than entertaining a query. Just the words of the wise and the weary. Recognize the authors of reality and theory. Theoretically, I could have won Scribble Jam. In reality,